A group of tomb raiders were cutting down rosewood trees worth hundreds of millions. A lookout stationed at the mountaintop spotted approaching police cars and immediately blew his whistle deep in the mountains. The tomb raiders heard the signal and hurriedly abandoned their valuable rosewood. Fleeing the scene, one of the raiders named Mike called them back. He said, "It's such a waste to just leave behind the rosewood. We've worked so hard to cut. I have a way to distract the police and keep them from finding it." Mike had been an illegitimate child since birth. His father, a wealthy landlord, had him after a night of drinking, and both he and his mother were constantly ridiculed by his half-brothers. When his father died, neither he nor his mother was even allowed to attend the funeral soon. The police arrived in the mountains. Meeting them was a sheriff known for cracking down on tomb raiders who illegally took state-owned rosewood. He despised the raiders, and his fierce methods had made many of them tremble in fear. When the sheriff confronted this group of tomb raiders, he found no trace of the rosewood, only a bunch of grown men casually chatting. They claimed they were there to tend sheep nearby. Mike was sharpening his axe. When the police asked what he was doing, Mike replied, "They're here to tend sheep, but I'm here to hunt tigers." Mike's words drew laughter from the raiders. Hearing his mocking tone, the sheriff flew into a rage and immediately pulled out his gun, aiming it at Mike's head. This provoked the raiders. They grabbed their axes and stood behind Mike, ready to attack if the sheriff made a move. Any aggressive action from the police could have turned deadly. Seeing they were outnumbered, the sheriff's subordinates urged him to reconsider. Though furious, he had no choice but to restrain himself. What the police didn't know was that dozens of rosewood logs were suspended high above them. Once the sheriff and his team left, Mike swung his axe and the millennia-old rosewood worth hundreds of millions came crashing down. Thanks to his cleverness, Mike transformed from an ordinary obscure tomb raider into a powerful figure, destined to rise as a legendary underworld hero. The raiders then carried the rosewood down the mountain, weighed it, and loaded it onto trucks as ordinary laborers. They usually earned only a few $1,000s a pittance compared to the buyers and sellers of rosewood. But because Mike had saved this batch, the smugglers rewarded him with an extra $1,000. Just then the sheriff returned with reinforcements. He shouted for the tomb raiders and smugglers to surrender immediately. He hated tomb raiders with a burning passion, and anyone present knew no one dared to move. But Mike was both clever and fearless. He kicked a stone and hurled it at the sheriff, nearly hitting him in the head.